Hi there, you're right, it's Tommy Allen here, and this is the second video in a series of what it sounds like inside a school corridor. And we're trying to make it as realistic as possible. Okay, so in our last one, we had the same source, same receiver, which means when we clap our hands or we speak, we're hearing ourselves because we are in the same location where we make the noise, where we listen to the noise. Now, what we want to do now is make this a little bit more entertaining and have a different source in a different receiver. Okay? So this is like someone is playing trumpet in the bathroom, so playing trumpet, and we're listening to it as a teacher down the corridor, and we're going to go and tell him off. So what we're actually going to do in this model is we're going to change the receiver location, and we're going to get closer, and the impulse responses are going to start to change. So let's have a look at the graphs. If you want to skip to the oralization, that's in like a minute or so. But let's just have a quick look at the graphs and see how they look. So let me just run this. There. Oh, there we go. Excellent. So here is the impulse response. So the source is in the toilet. And this is what it sounds like at the start of the corridor. Okay? So what it is like, it is saying, it is representing this scenario. Okay? So source is in the bathroom and we're outside of, or we're down the corridor, and we get this type of impulse response. It's quite long. We're getting some more reflections because, you know, there's going to be loads of sound escaping from that toilet, okay, because it's so reverberant. And as we walk down, it gets, you know, the reverberation tail gets longer, and then we got this really long one, okay? This nice long one just outside the bathroom. Then here, what is happening is this is us inside the actual room. Okay, so actually barely any noise is entering this room. Okay, because it's got to kind of bounce around the door and get in. And what actually we can see is we get these kind of really cool like whoop whoop whoop, like things almost entering at different times, because it's going to be coming out the bathroom, bouncing around the corridor, and it's going to be entering the room at different times. So you actually get these kind of cool little echoes. It sounds really good. And then the last one is just us inside the bathroom. As you can see, as it gets expected, you know, it's hella more reverberant. Technical term, hella more reverberant. So let's go see what that sounds like. Let's just jump into the engine. Let me just pull myself to the right, and then let's have a look around. So we've got our teacher character in the kind of curtain box room, and let's have a look around. And inside our toilet, we've got Joseph, the trumpet player, represented as a circle. So, yeah, let's see what it sounds like. What I'm going to do first is try and show you the transition. You have to really listen in close, especially to these reflections in here, because it's actually not that. You have to listen in, but you can hear it on the like the kind of upward trumpet stab. Okay, so and you can actually hear like a bit of a frequency difference when we go from here into the corridor, and the reverb does get louder. And then the second run we're going to run down. Okay, so let's check that out. So there is a difference as we transition from room to room, okay? Which is really cool. So let's just run down there and listen to as the impulse response changes as we get closer to the bathroom. Yeah, so it sounds really good. Okay, so it sounds quite realistic. There's sometimes a little bit of the crossfades, what we actually want, I think you need to window the impulse responses to get more of a correct transition. But we're using crossfades. I've not implemented it that well yet. So that's one of the next things to do. But one of the really good things about these audio volumes is I have all these. So I've got 11 different impulse responses for this trumpet source. Okay? And I've also got 11 different impulse responses for my player moving about. So when I speak in this room, I just hear the box. But I can hear what the trumpet sounds like from the toilet in the box when I'm here in this room. So we've actually got 2 different impulse responses coming in from 2 different sources, which is amazing. So then this leads me to my situation of, we've got Joseph, or Absolute Circle, playing trumpet in the bathroom. And we've got our guy, our teacher, and he's got to run down and tell him off. So it should actually sound quite realistic when we're going to run it. So I'm going to speak through the game now, so I'm going to turn myself down.
Oh, I bet it's that Joseph. We gotta go find him. Come on. There he is, that son of a square. You circle. Come back with me and we'll take you back to class. What a circle.
Right, so what we're going to do in our last and final video is we're going to calculate all the impulse responses for if something or a source is in the trumpet room. So now we're going to have 3 different sets of impulse responses for each location, which is 33. Okay, and so it gets quite complex, so we can hear something what's going on in here, hear what it sounds like in the bathroom, and vice versa. So this is just the power of kind of using impulse responses and, you know, mathematical calculations and how we can implement it in the gaming engine without trying to blow our minds. But I think I've absolutely blown my mind making this one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Next week, I think, well, next video, we're going to tell off Rob. We're going to tell off Rob, and he's doing something weird. So... So anyway, I will see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.